Now Westlin winds and slaughtering guns bring autumn's pleasant weather. The gourcock springs on whirring wings among the blooming heather. Now waving grain wide o'er the plain delights the weary farmer, and the moon shines bright as I rove by night to muse upon my charmer. The pear tree close the fruitful fells, the plover loose the mountains, the woodcock haunts the lanely dells, the soaring hern the fountains. Through lofty groves, the cushat roves, the path o' man to shun it. The hazel bush o'erhangs the thrush, the spreading thorn the linnet. Thus every kind their pleasure find, the savage and the tender. Some social join, some leagues combine, some solitary wander. Avaunt away the cruel sway, tyrannic man's dominion, the sportsman's joy, the murdering cry, the fluttering gory pinion. But Peggy dear, the evening's clear, thick flies the skimming swallow. The sky is blue, the fields in view, all fading green and yellow. Come, let us stray our gladsome way, and view the charms o' nature, the rustling corn, the fruited thorn, and ilk a happy creature. We'll gently walk and sweetly talk, while the silent moon shines clearly. I'll clasp thy waist and fondly pressed, swear how I love ye dearly. Not vernal showers to budding flowers, not autumn to the farmer, sae dear can be as thou to me, my fair, my lovely charmer. This song is entitled A Song Composed in August, and in many ways it encapsulates Burns' passions and his character. Firstly, we see him observing, capturing and commenting on nature. As a man of the land and a farmer himself, he would have relished August as the time when the harvest came in, and I love his use of the Scots versions of birds' names. Secondly, we see him referring to women in his life. He openly refers to Peggy, and this might have been his first love when he was 17 in 1775, Peggy Thompson. But later on, he went to modify the song and uses a coded reference to the big love of his life, Jean Armour, and that's thought to rhyme with the last line of being his charmer. We also see him get into protest and politics, something that happened in many of his poems. In this case, he's speaking about perhaps what he saw as senseless slaughter of the bird life around the farm. The Glorious 12 didn't come into play in law until about the 1830s, but clearly he really resented the slaughter that he saw around him, possibly by English landlords. I think possibly the line that really is affecting is the fluttering gory pinion. We also see him speak about the savagery of it as well, and how it's a sport and a sportsman's joy. Lastly, also, this song really points to Burns's draftsmanship and how he redrafted songs and poems. So here we see him with the line, waving grain wide o'er the plain, actually initially appearing as waving crops with yellow tops, which I also think works. Another thing this song is, there is some sort of controversy or maybe just discussion about, is the various tunes that it was set to. Sometimes it's set to a tune called Port Gordon. Other times, and I have to look at this because it seems slightly unreal, is I had a horse, I had nae a mare. And perhaps it fits slightly the mood of the song, come kiss wi me, come clap wi me. But as usual, the tunes of Scottish songs often straying far from the sentiment that Burns is trying for. I learned that song in the 1980s from my friend Helen, and I'm pretty sure that she'd heard the version of it by famous folk legend Dick Gaughan, who recorded it in the 1980s and sung it in concerts many times thereafter. Helen had a really boring summer job one year, and she said she set herself the task while she was sweeping the factory canteen floor of learning the lyrics of this song, because they really are quite dense. I'm sure Burns would have loved that.